up, y'all? Welcome back to Brittany Automotive. So I've been posting a ton of updates on the Camaro on my Instagram and my Facebook, but there hasn't been very many updates on YouTube. And I will show you guys me putting the engine in the car, but a lot of the stuff that has been happening off scenes, off of camera, because I've had the flu, and honestly I just barely had the effort to finish this car, let alone film it too and do really cool videos for you guys. So a lot of this stuff I'll come back and do videos for it. A lot of the sponsored parts, thank you so much to my sponsors, because without them this car would not be getting done right now. But I do want to show you where we're at currently. Right now we only have fuel lines and wiring to do, and as a lot of you know, Brittany Automotive started by wiring her car. So there's a lot of OCD going on up here. I really wish I could just do a custom harness, but Holley is wonderful and sent me one of theirs. It's literally plug and play. And I want to explain some of this GDI stuff, the direct injection stuff, because a lot of you have no idea, and Holley has a great selection of stuff that actually helps you just make things plug and play and be able to understand it a little better, because it's something that a lot of people don't understand yet. And quite frankly, Holley has eased my anxiety on a lot of this stuff of not really knowing how to do this, how to wire it. So let me show you the GDI controller and some of the wiring. So currently this is me already running the engine harness through my firewall. I took all the stock wiring out, or all the old wiring out for the old LT. This is the actual main harness with all of my sensor plugs on there. And then here, so it's a little hard to tell. This is probably gonna get ran back through the firewall because it's bugging me. But here is actually my GDI harness here. And this is what's going to my injectors here, obviously. So my injectors here run all the way to here. And then this is the GDI harness. And that's on both sides. And then it plugs into the injectors here. And let me show you what it looks like on the other side of the firewall. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is what it looks like on the other side of the firewall. So this, like I said, here is my main harness, and that's just going to plug into the terminator. That's some of my old stock wiring. It has a lot to do with all of this. We're figuring that out. This right here is my GDI, and this simply plugs in to the ECU, which will be this ECU. So that's my GDI controller. That's where these two plugs will plug into. Just like on my actual ECU, the Terminator X or the X Max, whichever one. Those are the same connectors. So it has, well, they're similar connectors. Holley plays a little game with you here. Yep, see? Can you guys spot the difference? They are different connectors. So they look the same on this side with those two lines here. But if you flip this one over, it's got one line. This one's got two. And that one has three. So yeah, they're completely different. Holley does that. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a reason. But not all the connectors are the same, even though they look the same. And then I got this cute little guy. He's so little. And that's my input and output, which I believe most of them are wired right there, but we are gonna add some more Deutsch connectors and make this a little bit cleaner. But yeah, and then I do want to show you, so this is what is also, let me see if I can find the connector. Hang on, pause. Oh, here. So this is a freaking mess. Okay, you've got your main harness here, your GDI controller here. This plugs into this right here. So these two have to be able to plug into each other, while this plugs into its ECU and this plugs into the GDI controller. Super easy. Holley only gives you about a gazillion feet of wire once you hit your firewall. And all my wires are right there. So there's gonna be a lot of cutting up for me, but we're just rolling it and hiding it somewhere for now. But yeah, I kind of wanted to explain that. I did want to explain that just because there is a lot of confusion there on how that worked. I didn't even know how it worked until I got it all and all the connectors matched. I'm also coming off the flu, so literally all we have left is wiring and the fuel system. And I really wish that I was like full of health, because this car would be done by now, but I'm not. So I'm getting some help. We're getting it put in. Got a shifter in. Rear end's done. I'll see you guys at LS Fest, because there is no option to fail for me. If you know me well, there's no option to fail. We're gonna pull off a miracle, and I can barely breathe because I got the flu. So there's really only some small things left to do on the front end, and then all that's put on. Then the radiator, which is super easy. And look at this bin mount accessories from HOLLEY. It's polished. That thing is beautiful. We're trying something new today, and I'm gonna do a voiceover on what the heck I'm doing in these videos, because I didn't say a single word while I did them because I was arguing with fuel rails in here. But here's what a direct injection injectors look like and their fuel rails for them. I'm just buttoning back those. They are literally just the stock ones. They are literally what I pulled out of it in my teardown video. Now here is me being very specific on showing you guys that I do know how to use a torque wrench, and I'm not an imbecile because the internet likes to attack me. So here is me using my Michael Pro Tools torque wrench to torque all these bad boys down, and we will continue using that throughout this video, so stay tuned. Now this is one of those direct injection things that totally went over my head, and I had no idea what I was doing until I realized that it was still put together, and it was kind of just like a puzzle. And you'll see that in the nuts and bolts when we get into it, that it literally is the puzzles that you did in the doctor's office when you were a kid and you had to take the ball and make it go around a wire. Yeah, it's literally that in a fuel system. For direct injection, it just connects to the fuel rails and it connects to your high pressure fuel pump in the back. Now right here, you're totally going to watch me bolt on these headers and gaskets as if they're going to fit into the car. They do not. Just a fair warning, they do not fit. Don't get too excited about the turbo headers. This is not a turbo car yet. I don't know if it will be one day, but no. This is a nitrous car. I'm putting turbo headers on it. I thought it was going to fit because these fit on LS's. LTs don't fit like LS's. Now this right here is literally just an AN adapter. It's from the stock fuel line to an AN adapter, but it's from Flow Supply, and shout out to them. Flow Supply has helped me so much building this car with all the AN fittings, all of the lines running on my car, all the fuel lines, all the training lines, literally everything. They basically own this car at this point. So shout out to Flow Supply. If you order anything from them, Nitrous Outlet or Nitro Dave's, please let them know I sent you. Would you just look at it? Those beautiful ICT billet valve covers and that Flow Supply fitting. Oof. Alright, chill out. I'm about to take a measure. Which way?
Well, the headers are what
What?
the headers are what I'm worried about.
I feel like they ain't gonna fit at all. Keep going, you're fine. No, push it back.
Yep.
But they need to go down. Alright, chill out. That was a little quick.
On accident.
My fingers almost died.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no. Pull it back out. Okay, you hitting something?
yeah, the bottom of the can.
Okay, so pull it back up just a little. Now, send it back. Those are still hitting. It's almost good.
we super far over that way now?
Yes.
We're about lined up now.
Love exposed aggregate.
What?
I said love exposed aggregate.
Okay, good. No more? No more? Alright, we're getting the turtle river now. Okay, drop it down. Just a little, because you're right on the motor mounts. Okay. Now we're looking on that side of the motor mount. That one's good. There we go. I'm on the right side.
No, it's not.
That one's not now?
No, because you're pivoting on something.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. And go in. So I'm going to get in there
Okay.
and hold up. Ooh, that would hurt if I fall right now.
Yes, yes, it would. We just gotta make sure that we don't have the
I'm going
motor.
to push it back again once I do this. I'm going to make sure I'm in good. Okay, push it back a little. Keep going.
Looks pretty good though. Good until you twist it.
How does the other side look? Because I can't hold one and look at the other.
Well, if you can watch this side, I can watch this side while I
Which
down.
side?
I can watch this side
You
while
want
I
this
down.
Okay. I'm good. Please go slow.
I'm gonna go as slow as I can.
You good?
Green on this.
And then on this side.
Okay.
Okay.
Get a bolt in. If the nut's on the back and the nut vibrates loose, it keeps the bolt in. Where'd it go?
Ready?
Yep.
That's all right size.
It was a 15. I thought that big split between
Do you get on it? Do you get on it?
no. I was gonna be doing it. I'm gonna get it open.
Ready?
Yep.
Try to do this.
Yep.
All the oogie doogies.
Hammer it. Yep.
Yeah, she in there somewhere.
I'll get the dowels and a couple bolts in it.
If you lift it up, should be able to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta drag it up. It's like my worst, not favorite part.
Why?
Reaching behind an engine to bolt the tranny to it.
You might have more room right now.
Right
No.
now I do, yeah. I just still
Alright,
need it. It's still terrible.
You're missing a bolt.
For what?
One of these. There was 5. I got 4. I
I
guess
didn't
stuff.
touch it. I didn't touch any of your new stuff.
They were on that. Okay, hold on to this then, so I can flip around. Because I'm on the wrong side of it to hand it to you. Oh, here.
Just go away. You're good. Go away.
Is it home?
Yep. Just gonna slide it.
That one's definitely taller than the last one.
Yeah, that one's. This doesn't look like it's gonna fit at all. Well, if you can. and windshield height at this point.
Yeah. And that's already the K-mover spaced a ½ inch down.
Trust me, I'm aware. Can we space it more?
We'd have to space it 3 inches.
Well, you're gonna have to cut all the way back.
Well, I'm going off just the glass.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to cut all the way back, and then you're gonna hit glass. And you're still missing a whole front runner. Just like 4 or 5 inches, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, I have an idea.
What's the idea?
Tell Scott to get you an MSD intake. I mean, Holly owns MSD.
Absolutely not. That's
I-
not an idea. Not an option. So this is 100% my fault now.
Obviously, it all turned out for the better. That's not the high ram, that is the low ram. We threw around getting an MSD intake, not really throwing it around. It took about 5 seconds before Reed finished his sentence for me to say no. Just because this is on a whole nother level than an MSD intake is. I know the MSD intake outperforms the low ram, but there's just this look that I needed to go with, and I really, really wanted it. But it all worked out for the better. I'm over the flu now. I'm less over life, and the car is running. So thank you guys for watching.